Engine 1 from Car 1. Car 1's on scene. Assuming command. Give me a CAN report.
What's going on, everybody? This is Stickers of the C.A.N. Report. How y'all doing? Nozzle Tov. I have another amazing guest. You guys know him. A lot of you guys use his product. I use his product. It is some badass stuff. We have John Chambliss. Okay, John Chambliss, 48 straight. And we're going to talk to him, see what makes him tick, talk about his products and everything else that's going on with him. John, my man, thank you so much for being on the C.A.N. Report.
Yeah, man, it's an honor, dude. It's I've been wanting to hook up with you for a long time now, and we finally got to hook up at FDIC and chit chat and hang out, dude. So that was awesome.
That was awesome. It was like a chance meeting too, because well, you were walking out and I was walking into a bar, and we were on the hunt for food, and you were going out on the hunt for brews.
Yeah, well, Brad saw you and he's like, "Man, I think that's C.A.N. Report." I'm like, "Yeah, you can't, like, you're so recognizable." Yeah, that's him, and that was.
I stand out a little bit.
Yeah, you stand out for sure, in a good way.
Yeah, and dude, it was awesome. I was so happy that we got to actually meet in person. I love those random meetings, those chance meetings, and it was a match made in heaven. Like all of a sudden, like, hey, you're the dude. Hey, you're the dude. Let's talk. Like, we got to do something. And months later, here we are. So, John, I'm so happy to have you on. Real quick for people, if you haven't, please click like and subscribe. It helps me to keep this going. I want to give a shout out to John and I were talking about firefighter business owned products. And I always love to give a shout out to people who send me some product, and I don't get paid for promoting their stuff, but when it's good, solid products, I do love to promote them. Just like John, I want to make sure that they're thriving and make sure that you guys know who they are. So I'm wearing Ash and Grit Co. Just got their shirts. I'm digging their shirts. They fit really good. They're really lightweight and super cool designs. They guys just came out with them. They got hats, they got t-shirts, and some really, really cool, interesting designs. So please make sure you're checking them out. And I was just talking to John about our guy, Stash Salt. Tiller time. So make sure you are checking out Stash Salt. Amazing, humble, great person. So make sure you are checking out his product, please, because I love him. And give a shout out to my man Brass Tacks, because he's doing great things and he gives me some of this product too. So that's a quick product promo right there. Actually, you know what? I got one more too. Rescue One CBD. I use this stuff all the time. I don't know if anyone's ever used it, but man, getting up in age, I'm using this stuff, dude. I don't know if you've ever used it, but man, I'm needing that stuff with my knee and my arms and stuff. So that's it for the products right there. But I just want to give shout outs to guys who are actually doing great things in the fire service, just like 48 straight. John, thank you so much for being on the C.A.N. Report. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, please?
Oh, man. Well, first off, I want to try that Rescue CBD one. I have never tried it.
It's good.
You're right. Getting up there, man, like I need it. My elbows and my knees. But Brad uses it and he loves that stuff. So big shout out to those guys.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's really, I'll make it pretty short and simple. Texas raised my whole life. I was born in Tyler. It's a real small town north where I'm at now. Then we moved down to where I am right now for pretty much my whole childhood. Went to Firefighting High School, which is just about 35 minutes south of me right now. Had a little transition from, when was that? 8th grade Christmas break. We moved to New Mexico for 2 years. Yeah, because my dad's career changed and got transferred and whatever. So that was a lot of fun to go experience that out there, live in the snow, and huge shell shock for us from Texas going to snow, living in snow and having to shovel your driveways. That wasn't a lot of fun, but it was fun.
Where in New Mexico?
Pecos. So it was about 35 minutes, northeast of Santa Fe.
Oh, okay. So that's when you're talking about snow. I was like, man, they don't get a lot of snow, but yeah. I was thinking the mountains. So you were up.
Yeah. Like when we moved up there, my dad and I drove a huge U-Haul up there, got there, and we walked. I mean, remember, I'm in 8th grade, so I'm naive and I don't know anything, but I thought I knew everything. So I'm walking through the house trying to find the AC, and there's no AC. They don't have air conditioners there, but it was a good time.
That's
so
awesome.
We were there for 2 years, and then came back here to Houston. Like I said, graduated in Firefighting High School, and then kind of after high school, man, I didn't really have a direct, definitive plan. I played sports my entire life. I played basketball all through high school, which typically shocks people when they see me now and I say I played basketball, because, man, when I graduated high school, I was 6'2" and 175 pounds. I was a string bean. But
yeah, man.
That's changed from then to now. But anyways, man, I didn't have a real definitive plan. I went to college, found out that really wasn't for me, got into some riffraff up there, came back, And then what I did know is that I loved helping people, because when I was working out, doing basketball, we'd all do it together. And I would love to watch people push themselves and see how far they can go and then some. So I was like, man, what else is better than being a personal trainer? So I walked into 24-hour fitness, got a job there, got certed up, did all that. And man, that passion just grew into a life-changing opportunity that I just grabbed and ran with it. I was at 24-hour fitness for probably, I don't know, maybe a little over a year. And then I stepped out and opened up my own facility. And then I had my own facility from 2007 to 2015. Man, it was incredible. Trained from your stay-at-home moms, your quote-unquote normal folks, right? And then all the way to professional athletes. So that was awesome, man. Just watching people work out and they don't think they can do something. They don't think they can lose X amount of weight or gain weight or compete. And then you get them there and you can go through that journey with them, holding their hand. Dude, man, it's incredible. It was so much fun.
That's awesome.
So through that journey, though, I actually met my wife. Met her while I was training. She came to the gym, and it was one of those stories, right? It just, man, we chased each other, and then we ended up together. Been married now for 10 years. We have 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy. So family to me is my world, and that's my unit. Without them, it's really incomplete, So I do everything for them.
Nice.
I'm trying to not make it too long, man, but
that's good, man.
Whenever I had my facility, I still knew something was missing. My dad's a military. He was in the Air Force. So I was raised in a military family, strong work ethic, strong respect, open doors for everybody. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. If you didn't do that, you got your ass whooped. But I was missing something. And then my godfather, you can kind of say, Butch, he worked for the city of Houston, HFD, for 35 years. So I was in that realm as well, and I always get to hear his stories. And then I saw a shadow box on his mantle of his fireplace from his retirement. I'm like, man, everything that embodied, I embodied. So I started chasing that dream, and with the support of Carrie and my family, I just hammered down, man, and went and got certified. I kept training from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. When I had my breaks, I would just do my studies and did my EMT, did my fire academy. And then I volunteered with our local department, and then just kind of went up the ladder, man. I went volunteer, part-time, full-time firefighter, then got promoted to EO, then got promoted to lieutenant. And it's been a wild ride. And then at that department, that's where 48 Straight kind of developed. We can dive into that.
Yeah, bud.
But
that's awesome, man.
So I actually left that department that I started at, which, to be honest, man, I never really thought I would. I thought I was going to go there and stay there until I retired. Which the department's fantastic, man. Great people, great department. It was just, I don't know how to say it. I think I was just kind of like, I have reached my max with that department of what I can do. There's a ceiling on that. It's a city. So the city's always a little bit more difficult. I had an opportunity to move into the department I am now, Magnolia Fire Department, and that's been the best move I think I could ever make for my fire career. This place, there's no ceiling. It's an ESD, so our funds are quite a bit more. The availability for training, the options, and the command staff, man, is just hands down some of the best dudes I've ever worked with. Awesome. And now, I left being a lieutenant over there, and rank to me really doesn't mean anything. It's just whatever hat you're wearing, but it doesn't. I'm not that guy. I left there being a lieutenant, and I started all over in Magnolia and had to go through the rookie phase, and which to me I love. Man, I love being a rookie.
How old are you when you made that change?
37. So it wasn't challenging, man. I just took it and ran with it. Because rookie to me is not hard. Being a rookie is pretty easy. You show up there 45 minutes or so early, have your coffee made, get stuff ready to rock and roll, and you start working. You just do your job all day, and you stay on top of your tasks, and you're going to succeed.
Yeah, man, I agree 100%, dude. We'll just start jumping into it. I'll talk on that, man. Like, you and I have a lot of same stuff going on where, same thing, Proby at 45 when I left my other department and came to my new one. And it wasn't difficult. You already know what to do. And like you said, you show up to work early, and you do your job, but then you don't stop. That was the biggest thing I think we understand as well, is that we know now, like, just because you get off probation doesn't mean you stop working. We're coming in early. Man, my wife, she busts my balls all the time because our shift doesn't start till 7:45, and I come into work at 7. I'm always in early because I don't want anybody else to get screwed and have to get on a late call and not be able to pick up their kids or whatever else they have to do. It's the same thing when I worked in my previous department, dude. I lived 7 minutes away, and I was always at work like an hour early. My wife would be like, do you hate us? Do you not want to be here? Because you're always leaving super early. I was like, I can't help it. Like, if I'm not early, I'm late. So I got to be there early. So I love it, man. Yeah. Going in probation, I think it's easier for people who've already been through it. For the people who've never done it, then you can be that. You are that senior probie, if you will. You're that sage advice that you've seen it, done it, and you can help them along, because that's part of the process too. If you're lucky enough to have 5 other probies with you, then you can help them along so they're not struggling as well. Push them, give them some encouragement.
Yeah, it was cool. So the class that I got hired into at Magnolia, we were the first one as a big full-time group. Magnolia started off a volunteer part-time department, and then they transitioned to a full-time combo. So I think we have like 3 volunteers left, but we have probably 20 or so part-timers, and then we have about 125 full-time suppression. So I was the first class to come through on the full-time side, and there were 13 of us. And within the 13, there was over 200 years of experience, fire experience, because there were a lot of guys retired from the city of Houston and came here. So you had guys who left the city with over 30 plus years and came over here. So it was a lot of fun, man. And it's we're bringing that back of more the old school mentality of, you're a rookie, you're on your probationary year, get your shit done and get it done right. And you just instill that work ethic in them. And then whenever you get off, just like you already said, just because your year probation's off, you're not off probation. You're still a rookie. We deem a rookie, you're a rookie until the next rookie comes in behind you. You're kind of stuck with it. But, after that year's up, if you have shown yourself and you've proven yourself and you're into the Firehouse now, it lets up for sure. But there's still a lot of workload on you, and you should respect that workload, because to me, man, you're the bull of the Firehouse. Everyone's going to come to you if whatever they need around the station. So I think it's a privilege to be that guy.
Absolutely, dude. I love it. It's a great mentality, a great work ethic to have. And obviously, I think even being a business owner now, right, for you, that work ethic spills over to that. You can't be a successful business owner with being a slacker. You got to be at it all the time. You got to stay up on your product. You got to stay up on your promotions. You got to stay up on your everything. So you can't slacken unless you get like to be a huge corporation, and maybe you can take a step back. But we're just small business guys, and we got to stay on it. And that means we work ethic we have in the Firehouse is the work ethic we have on our products and on our own business, because it's our livelihood. So reading your bio, dude, you had some crazy experiences too. So you got into a big motorcycle accident, you said, that nearly took your life. What happened with that?
Yeah, 2006. Man, it was that year, that from 2002 to 06. Man, I was wilding out. Drugs, jail, just being young and dumb, not having a guidance. There's no plan. I was just going, and I thought I was living life and everything was good. And you would think, and the jail was for fighting. I fought for sheer dog fighting. I did MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and all that good stuff. So I was fighting semi-pro, so I wasn't able to go out drinking and do all that stuff. But every time we would go out, my buddies would start crap with other people because I was there and my guys were there. Yep. And then we'd get into a fight because my drunk buddies are being idiots, and then I'd go to jail. So that happened twice. And then you would think once that gets slapped in your face, you would kind of open your eyes and realize, maybe I need to make some changes, but I didn't do it. I just kept living that lifestyle, man, partying and having a good time. So I'm a huge adrenaline junkie, obviously, right? Fireman, that's what we're all about. And my biggest thing was being on 2 wheels, going 130 miles an hour down the freeway, or on 1 wheel, going 130 miles an hour down the freeway, just having a blast. And I don't know how, between all those trips we've done, and I'm blessed that I survived those trips. And then when I got my wreck in '06, we had just wrapped up a full exhaust system on my bike, and I was hopping on. I never rode without a minimum a helmet. I always had a helmet on, but we had just finished up a full system on my bike, and we're all about 10 of us were about to go ride. I was like, man, I'm going to hop on real quick. I'm going to go around the block, make sure everything is squared away. There's nothing loose. We're good to go. I didn't have a helmet on. I had a tank top on, shorts, and shoes. I mean, I was literally going around the block.
I thought you were going to say flip flops.
No, I wasn't that dog. Me and might as well have, you know.
Right.
But I hop on the bike. It was a CBR 1000. It was a race bike, shark skin fairing, super light. It was a straight race bike. So I go around the block and make a U-turn, and a green 4-door Honda Civic jumps in front of me. Now, I'm not thinking anything of it, but they jump in front of me, and it's Friday night, like at 10 o'clock at night. They jump in front of me, and we're cruising. I'm in first gear, so I'm going about 30, 35 miles an hour. And as I'm leaning to make my right-hand turn down to my buddy's street, they hammer down the brakes, and they brake check me. So I overcorrect, and I slam the bike to the left and then pin it so I don't hit the car. Little did I know the road dead-ended that I was on. I had never been on that road, and it dead-ended. So the last thing I remember was seeing was the signs going left or right. And then when I saw that, I did everything wrong. I took my hands off the handlebars and slammed on the rear brake on my foot pedal, and then just kind of sat up and skidded the whole way, hit the ditch head on. I flew through a full privacy fence, a barbed wire fence, and then solid woods. I mean, it was just solid trees. I got up and walked out and then collapsed on the ditch. And the car who did that, man, they shagged ass and got out of there because all my buddies heard me fly by and then dead silence.
Yeah.
So they're all running down there. They come to me, call 911. I shattered my left hip. It was completely spidered, missing chunks, snapped my left humerus. When you look at me, though, I didn't have any visible damages. I mean, nothing. There was a scratch on my body. I got to the hospital, and I'm laying on the right side on the stretcher because they couldn't roll me over. They didn't know my hip was shattered. But just the amount of pain when they try to roll me over, I wasn't letting it happen. So I'm laying on my right side. My parents show up. It was a big deal. And for some reason, the doctor told my parents I had internal damage and I wasn't going to make it.
Damn.
And I heard that. And man, it was a bad deal. So I was in the hospital the first time for 17 days. Hands down, I give all the credit to the doctors. They came in. I didn't have a hip replacement. I've got 6 plates and 32 screws in my left hip. I had a rod in my humerus, but then a year later, after I got out of the hospital, I had a staph infection in that arm. So they had to go in and take the steel rod that was in my bone, in my humerus, out because the staph won't heal with that foreign object in there. So it was a trip, man.
Damn, sounds like it.
Yeah, it was a wild ride, but I'm honestly glad that happened because it straightened me up. It really showed me who my true friends were because all the friends I was hanging out with, man, they probably visited me maybe twice or 3 times at the hospital, and then they just trickled away.
Yeah.
Because I'm no longer in the scene with them. Here I am stuck up in a hospital, and I'm no longer part of that group. So it made me realize, your friends aren't who you think they are. And you really got to navigate those waters carefully. And you got to pick your circle very, very smart. It was an experience, man. But like I said, I'm glad it happened to me. I will say the doctor told me I wouldn't walk again. And I just laughed. Every time I came back, I was in a wheelchair for 3 months. And then I moved to crutches. And then I went in the hospital weighing 262 pounds. I came out weighing 195. So I lost everything, man. All my muscle, everything. I lost it all. But they did contribute my size to how I healed up and how I limited myself from the injuries, I guess. I was able to take that blunt force. But it was a trip, man. It was a wild ride. But like I said, the big man upstairs has a plan. And I think I saw a little bit of that gravel road, and I started to walk down that road instead of the other ones.
Good for you, man. It's crazy. You had to have that surreal awakening to find out, who's there, who's by your side, and having that driving determination and not going back to your old ways. It's a scary thing, man. And I, honestly, again, you and I have a lot in common, which is really cool. And when I was coming up, I was a shithead and I was always getting in fights. I was always getting bar fights. Like you're talking about, like when you had your MMA posse going around, they're starting shit. Man, when I was hanging out with a bunch of dudes, like we're just a bunch of tattooed, just going out looking for trouble. We didn't even look for trouble. Like the way we looked, people just saw us and immediately just wanted to start with us. So every time we went to a bar, we knew we were going to get in a fight, and it would happen all the time, dude. Man. And it just, sometimes, you just want to have fun, just relax, but people, they just want to test you. And we had to deal with that constantly. And after a while, it just wasn't fun anymore. At first it was kind of fun, right? The first, like maybe 5 bar fights you get into can be kind of fun. But after a while, you're just like, dude, I just want to chill and I just want to just relax and have a drink. But somebody, they're eyeballing you because you look a certain way and you're with a bunch of friends. And I know what you're like. I know what you're talking about, John, because like the same thing. And then my history is I was in a motorcycle club, and that's when I realized, like, after a while, I'm like, am I going to want to lay down my life for people that I really don't trust or know? Because again, once you're out of that club, are they really going to still be there and have your back? Probably not.
Yep.
So same thing. Once that was my awakening, when I was going to have kids, it was like, I can't do this. I can't live this life anymore. I got to be better. So that's, that's whether it's a near-death experience or, welcoming new life into this world, that's that awakening, that I can't be this shithead anymore. It's not working. It's my family is worried about me on a day-to-day basis, or I got to be a provider for this new life that we're bringing in. So yeah, man, kudos to you for understanding, like, you have to change your ways.
Yep. It was good though, man. It's every day's a blessing, the way I look at it, because you never know.
Yeah, bro.
You never know.
Mm-hmm. So then you had some more experiences though, that you tested hot for meth due to a supplement you're using. So what's up with that?
So we were Brad. I mean, Brad. So him, myself, Brad, and 4 other guys were at a training, and we all were at a pre-workout. We went into a very reputable supplement shop in our uniform, just throwing that out there, because not for anything other than this. They knew what we did, you know what I mean? And I just went in, wanted pre-workout, and they sold us this one. All 6 of us bought this pre-workout. And then, you get random UAs, and boom, I got popped for a random UA probably 6 weeks or so after, and did the UA, no big deal. Why would I be nervous? And fire chief calls me. He's like, hey, Chambliss, you need to come see me? I'm like, all right, man. And this was the small department. So everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everyone's background, family, kids. You know what I mean? So I wasn't even thinking anything crazy. And he slid the paper over. He's like, man, you positive for methamphetamine. And I just started laughing. It's like, well, I'm not a meth head. I was like, something's going on. And they were awesome. They tested that pre-workout. We went through all the rigmarole and all that and got it done, and kind of find out DMHA was in that pre-workout, and that's the base molecule methamphetamine. So all of us, any other 5 of those guys gotten tested, they would have popped positive. So I didn't lose my job or nothing like that. I mean, it was
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy, but it immediately pissed me off, because here we are trying to work out, eat right, do whatever, and then you go into a supplement store, you ask the worker, hey man, what do you suggest? And then they slide this over to first responders, knowing that shit's in there. So that was, man, when that happened, I called my wife. I said, I got to do something to fix this problem. And that's where 48 Straight was born. It's been a painstaking process. The supplement game is insane. It's ever evolving. It took me 6 or 7 months to find the manufacturer that I wanted, because everybody wanted to put their own proprietary blend in. So prop blend is where they can hide ingredients, hence DMHA or whatever they want to put in there. And I wouldn't do it. So when I finally found the manufacturer that worked with me, we started getting after it. So we're FDA approved. We're working on our NSF certification, which that's the highest certification any supplement company could have, because that shows professional athletes, military, everybody can take it. And it's 100% transparent, man. As you know, when you look at our labels, that's exactly what's in it. The only thing that's artificial in there is the sweetener. Everything else is all natural. So you're getting your caffeine from green tea or coffee bean, and then beta alanine. All that stuff is a natural ingredient. It's not a preservative. It's very, very clean. So I wouldn't waver on anything.
What is, because I'm looking at your website right now that you mentioned all the stuff you got in it. What is milk thistle?
So milk thistle is what I just added in the greens. So funny story, right? Because that's brand new. We just put that in on this last run. I was at my doctor doing our life scan. I don't know if you guys do those.
No.
It's like a head to toe. We do it. Our department does it. Head to toe assessment. They do ultrasound on your torso, looking at your heart, your flow, all that. So going through all that, she said my liver enzymes were high. Like, what? How in the hell am I don't really drink alcohol. Very rare that I do. I don't drink sodas. I don't do any of that. I'm like, man, how are my liver enzymes high? You know, like I know I eat a lot of red meat, but she's like, don't worry about it. Just take some milk thistle and it'll go down. Like, I'm not going to take another supplement. And if you take a pill form, pills are more harmful because they travel through your liver twice. So I didn't want that, right? Because that's kind of counterproductive. So I was like, man, I'm going to throw in milk thistle in my next round of greens. And here we are. And so I threw that milk thistle in, and now my liver enzymes are perfect. And it's just, I drink my greens every single day. That is a drink I do not miss because it's an essential.
And do you drink, so it's the overhaul iron greens you're talking about. And you drink that every day?
Every day. It doesn't matter if you're drinking it or not.
So you can, that's just your regular protein, or not even protein. That is just your, let's see, improves digestion, boosts the immune system, provides sustainable energy and reduce stress, combat inflammation. It's sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's a probiotic. So it's a full gut health. Having that milk thistle in there, man, it tops it off. And the flavor, bro, it smokes. AG1, Athletic Greens, those dudes have nothing on our flavor profile. And anybody who's tried it, like I always give samples out at the conferences and everything, they freak out, man. Like they don't believe it's a green because it's a fruit that flavors it. And again, that one's all natural. The only thing like that stevia is in the greens. So everything in there is all natural.
Yeah, see, it helps protect your liver and gallbladder, improve cognitive functions, bone protection, antioxidant, anti-inflammation, and can help improve diabetes. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It'll
drop your insulin
milk
level.
thistle.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the greens, that's my number one selling product. We cannot keep that stuff in stock.
It's got elderberry in there too. I like that. My wife likes that stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, got some looking at the ingredients.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So it's amazing how you came into this. So you have this great line of supplements from all the bad stuff that you had to deal with and to make other people better. And you're still doing everything in the fire service, trying to lead a good life in there. And you had to overcome some heavy shit too. Yeah. And it's great to see how you have this strong work ethic and delivering such a good product. Did you ever you never had the desire to be in the fire service before? You said you always liked to help people because that's what you worked out. And was it any kind of correlation with your dad being in the military? Did that have some kind of effect on you of wanting to help people? Or was that just completely separate? You just felt the separate urge just to,
I don't know.
Want to be helpful?
I don't know, man. My dad is a phenomenal man. Like I say, he was a pilot in Vietnam. So talking to him, I mean, how can you not just like, that's cool as shit. You're a pilot in Vietnam. My mom was a teacher. So the helping aspect, I think, has always been in my family. And then it just went up from there. And then, like I talked about Butch from HFD, if I wanted something, I had to work for it. My parents didn't, we weren't wealthy and stuff like that. So if I wanted a pair of new shoes, I had to go mow yards or I had to go do whatever it was. I didn't if I wanted gas for my truck, my dad didn't give me a gas card. I had to go work for it, That's just the mentality my dad, and I look back but then I was like, damn, Dad, like give me $20, Now I understand what he was doing. Now that I have a 13-year-old son, I'm doing the same thing with him. You got to make sure they understand the value of a dollar and respect it.
I think it's harder now, to be honest with you.
It's crazy.
Because, I mean, right? Everything is just like literally a tap and on the screen, and they can order it, and they don't even see where the money's coming from. That's the hardest thing now, because you can really see how your money's disappearing when it's in your hand or in your wallet.
Yeah.
And, you have 10 and all of a sudden you buy something for $5. Well, shit, where did the rest of it go? Kids, it's in your hand. You can see it. But when it's on a screen and they don't have to worry about your hand getting light and they don't see where anything's going to, they just know it shows up at their door. I think the value of money is kind of going out the window, and it's our job, like you said, to educate our kids to understand, like, hey, for this to be delivered at the door,
you still got to
you still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So you need to know the value of money, and I think in this day and age, I think it has become a bit harder because you really don't see it because it's so easy to buy things all the time with a click of a button.
Yeah, but it's on your phone. You can tap your iPhone onto the card reader and it's done.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's scary.
It is. It's super scary, and it's a whole new world, man. We didn't have that when we were growing up, man. Like, I remember going to the corner store and dating myself. I'd find dimes and pennies, and I'd count out 100 pennies so I can go get some freaking candy or something. So they don't do that anymore. Wow. So it's crazy. So talking about ethics and talking about knowing the value of a dollar. Work ethic inside the firehouse for you. What do you bring into the firehouse? What are some of those standards that you hold dear?
Man, it's real simple. If you're going to do it 100%. I don't care if it's washing a dish, cleaning the toilet, or pulling a cross leg or throwing a ladder. Whatever you're doing, just do it all the way. Don't do anything half-assed, because the minute you start doing something half-assed, it's going to struggle on the other side of it. So to me, it's not hard. What the hard part is teaching and I hate to say it, man, it is what it is, but teaching the younger generation that mentality. You get there early, you get your stuff done, you check your truck off, your pumper off, whatever you're on, and you start your day just productive. And plain and simple, man, don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. That's it. It's not hard. People overthink this job, I think, way too much. And I know we talked about it before you and I got on here, and I know I pissed people off with some of my thinking, and it is what it is, man. I'm just real blunt with how we train, with how we are at the firehouse, with how we react with each other, and how we react with the community. It's professionalism. We're going to train because we're paid to do this, which is kind of crazy. You signed up for this job. The civilians are expecting us to show up prepared and fit. Not just prepared to talk to the homeowner. You got to be fit and you got to be ready, not physically only, but mentally as well. If you don't have those two together, man, it's tough. You might have a really strong mind, but your body's weak. Your body's going to give away. Or you might have a really strong body, but you can't push past your vibe alert. Once that vibe alert starts going off, then your mental state decreases. So it's all got to be bundled into one. Just in the easiest way I can say it, it's just you're not lazy. You just get in there, you get the work done, and you have fun. Like, I love going to the station. I love it. I can't wait when I go back to my house because my dudes are awesome. I mean, we literally got called a frat house the other day because, I mean, we're giving shit to each other all day long, and we're having a great time. Like, how can you not enjoy that?
Yeah. Like, my favorite time definitely is bumper time for me. Because again, the summer times hit differently here in New Hampshire. And when we have them, you have to really relish those moments. And the bumper time is definitely the times I love the most, where it's just sit and relax, watch traffic. Yeah. Hopefully, it's just, enjoy that chill moment because those are the days, I think, for me, I remember. And when I get to retirement, those are the things I'll probably miss the most, is that camaraderie of kitchen table and bumper time. Because I love that moment. Whether I'm reading a book, sometimes it's just by myself too. There's be times where I just, whether I'm up before anybody else and I'm enjoying a cup of coffee and I'm watching the sun come up, or it's reading a book when the sun's going down, on bumper time, like bringing those traditions, keeping those traditions, like you said, educating our younger generation, because sometimes they don't know it. If they're not from that era, they don't have it in their blood or in their family, and it comes with time. Yeah. And just like guys before us, they did the same thing. Like you said, it's not difficult. Oh. It's pretty simple. Just we're doing the same thing the guys did before us. They showed us what needs to be done. Yeah. But I feel that sometimes it gets lost. At least from what I've seen myself coming up in the fire services, I didn't really have anybody telling me about the greatness of bumper time. Yeah. and the greatness of the kitchen table. I had to learn that on my own and then give that to other people. And I don't want people to forget that. So the younger kids that are coming up, I love to say, hey, let's go. Let's go to bumper. Let's do it. And then the probationary guys, they're sometimes scared, like they're afraid to sit down in a chair. I'm like, dude, you can sit down. Yeah. It's bumper time. It's totally cool. Grab a chair, enjoy the moment, or just grab the bumper and just enjoy the moment, and let's just talk. So those are the traditions and legacies that we need to leave behind and educate. And like you said, man, you nailed it. Fitness, mental, physical, it's all there. And we have to, like, I made that post earlier this week.
Oh, that was legit.
Dude, like I'm going to be honest with everybody out there. I had no idea it was going to blow up like it did. I wasn't having a bad day, dude. It was a good day.
Yeah.
We did some great training. We ran a bunch of calls, and the whole day I was kind of lagging, and I felt like I could be better. And there's just things like little mistakes I made on a call. It wasn't life threatening. It wasn't, life changing. It wasn't anything huge, but in me, I knew I needed to be better. I was the pump operator, and just there was a little thing I missed, and I knew I could have been better. And it was we just had to pull a bumper line for a little brush fire, and it pulled the kid who pulled it. It only has 100 feet on there, so he pulled up short. And I went to go get another 50 lengths, and I pulled off a cross lay, and my lieutenant's like, "Why did you grab it off the cross lay? Why didn't you grab a 50 foot off the side of the truck there?" I'm like, shit, you're right. I have one of those because I had been at a different station, but that was in my mind. I was like, well, I was at a different station, so now I'm at this truck again.
Yeah.
That was my excuse in my mind. So after my shift was over, I'm sitting there in the locker room getting changed, and all of a sudden just sitting on the seat. I'm like, man, that could have been better.
Yep.
I need to be better. And that's that constant reflection that we all need to have. And we need to drop our egos, and we need to just constantly reflect on our performance with each other, with ourselves, with our community. Maybe you snapped at somebody, in the back of the ambulance because, some patient was being rude. Hopefully somebody has that reflection upon themselves and go, you know what? That's their worst day. I probably shouldn't have snapped at them. I need to be better because that's what they expect.
Yep. Man, I'll toss in a story of straight vulnerability, and it's a hit because I pride myself on, we all do, I think, right? Of not doing the wrong thing. Like, you want to excel in everything that we're doing. This one hurts. Like, it still chaps, man. This was like a month ago, maybe. We work out at a gym just right down the road from our station that our department pays for the membership. So,
nice.
Yeah. So we're at the gym, we're working out, and we get caught. It's a horrible rainstorm. It's thunder, lightning, it's going off, and the box tones drop. And I'm listening. We're not on it yet, but we're going to get tapped if it comes to a second alarm. So we start walking to the pumper, not crazy fast, but we're getting there. And we hop in. I start pulling out, and my LT is like, "Man, we're not going to be on this. I'm an EO." So he's like, "Man, we're not going to be on this, I don't think." So I start backing up, and then boom, we get popped. Like, all right. So now my whole, my mind's now going, we're not going, now we're going. And again, horrible rain. It's everything that could happen negative did. So
cats and dogs living together.
Yeah, man. It was it sucked, dude. It was a mutual aid. So I wasn't where the mutual aid is. It's called the Woodlands, and it's called the Woodlands for a reason. You can't see anything. There's trees everywhere. Like, you can't even see HEB or a grocery store from the street because it's so wooded. That's just how they have it, which is awesome. But I don't know that territory because it's a mutual aid. I don't know at the back of my hand. So I check out my map. I'm like, all right, I know where I'm going. And I did not. I went the complete wrong way. I went from being probably third in, and I would have I want my guys to go to work because they want to go to work.
Right.
And I went from probably being third in to like fifth, and we got disregarded. Yeah, man. I sat like I thought I needed therapy, and I probably do because it hit hard, man. It's like I've never, ever done that. I've never gone the wrong way. I know my territory, my first in, and my department's territory, like butter. But the mutual aid, we're not over there all the time. But it's still no excuse. And man, golly, dude, it sucked.
Yeah, it's a gut check right there. That's a big gut check.
Yep. And
how pissed were your crews? How pissed was your guy?
That's the cool thing. I was screaming at myself in the cab. And I apologized to him right away, you know. And my LT and I, like him and I, that's my boy, that's my best friend. We've been friends for 12 years.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So he knows. He didn't say a single word to me. Because I mean, like 3 days later, I'm still texting like, dude, I'm so sorry, you know.
Because you're beating yourself up enough that he didn't have to do it.
He said that. He's like, there's nothing I can say because I know what you're doing to yourself is worse than what I can do. Yeah, he knows. I mean, it was horrible. But you have to have those vulnerability moments, and you have to be able to talk about them. Everybody messes up, you know, and just talk about it. That's how you're going to get over it.
Dude, we're right? We're not perfect.
No.
And it's like you said, it's those personalities that we have. It's the job we do. It's okay to have confidence. We should be confident in our, in our work and our performance. And we have that swagger. When you're on the fire grounds and you're wearing your hitch and you're walking around, you feel like a fucking cowboy, right? You're John Wayne. Like you got that swagger to you, and you feel it, and everybody sees it. Like that dude's dialed in. He knows his shit. We have to understand too that we're not perfect. And I think those are the ones, the dialed in firefighters that beat themselves up for some of the smallest mistakes or sometimes the biggest mistakes. They're the ones who beat themselves up the most and take it home, and they just can't sleep, and they'll remember it for weeks because they know they're better than that, and they just let everybody down, even though they didn't let everybody down. But in our mind, we're like, I'm fucking better than that. I just let everybody down. I feel like such a shithead. And that's honestly, for me, that's what that moment of reflection was, is that I didn't let everybody down. It wasn't anything huge, but for me, I expect something much better in my performance than who I am, especially what we're doing now. Like we're putting ourselves out there. And if I'm preaching about being the best that you can be, and I'm have minimum standards at my work, well then, I look like a hypocrite. And you look like a hypocrite. So it's wicked tough. And like we were talking about it earlier, I'm talking on that subject as well, is firefighters love to eat up other firefighters. We are constantly eating our own. What we do online, or if they see people working a structure fire or cutting a car, or, when you're training and flowing and moving or whatever you're doing, and you post it, you have hundreds of people that will crap all over your methods of training, or how you didn't wear a mask, or, you held the hose wrong, and, but they're all experts behind the keyboard. And honestly, it's like everybody feels like they have to have that opinion. But if they see you outside doing something where you don't think anyone's watching and you're acting less than what you have for your standards, then yeah, I'm okay with them calling me out if I'm not doing my job right. And whether it's someone in my own department or somebody outside going, well, dude, you just talked about, whatever, and now you're completely opposite of that, and you're only performing when the cameras are on you. And we got to be better than that.
Man, it's hard. I could go on a whole with this one because I don't understand it, man. I don't think I know. I know I've never commented on anybody's training post in a negative manner, because why? Like, why, dude? Like, does that make me feel good? Like, oh man, you're whatever, man. Like, Camilla Lock is wrong. Maybe that's his first time, dude. Who cares? Like, I don't understand that mentality of bringing people down you don't even know. And they're just putting themselves out there showing whatever. If you don't like it, fucking scroll. You don't have to comment on everything.
Yes, sir.
It's crazy, man. One thing I have learned in business and fire, whatever, if you're successful, people are jealous because you're doing things they can't and won't do. If you're lazy, you're going to be judged because you're lazy and you're not doing things they think you should be doing. So if you're successful or if you're not successful, you're still going to be judged regardless. So whatever, man, judge all the way. If you want to, judge. But if you want to work, let's go to work, and then we can talk about it.
Well, people in glass houses, right, bro? Like it's honestly the way it is, and it's unfortunate, and I don't ever see it really changing because we have social media, and it's easy to hide behind those keyboards, and you get in those arguments online. But like we talked about earlier, you just have to let it go, because who are you arguing with, right? You don't get to, you can't talk to them in person. You can't stand next to them. Like I said to Paul Conway, the worst thing we have right now is we can't punch each other in the face. Like that would be like, I'm not promoting violence, but like we don't have those repercussions of like, hey, if you're going to talk shit about me and you're going to be such an asshole to me or shit on my family, I'm going to call you out and we're going to have words, but we can't do that. And, and honestly, in our profession, we don't want to get in fistfights anyways, because we love our careers and we don't want to get arrested. But it's a tough world. And at least we're still trying to make it better, and you just have to turn the blind eye, have a better outlook than some of the other people. And some people just love to bring others down. And that's their MO. And you're not going to change them. You're not going to change their world, but we're better people for it. So, speaking of better people, I noticed on your profile here for your business, you have Jesse Castillo.
Yes.
And which is super cool. I didn't realize that you guys were tight. And I think he's a great person, and his message is awesome. And anybody who knows Jesse is a fantastic human, and he's here for everybody. How did you team up with him, and what are you doing to help him with his struggle?
So he's just south of me in Porter. He's not far at all. He's still in the same county, but just a different department. Like our county is huge. There's 5 departments within my county. So that's just so big. But when I learned of what was going on with him, man, I really don't have an answer of why I felt compelled to do something, but I just knew we had to do something to help him in any way we could. I just wanted to do something. Poor dude has 3 kids, it's the little ones too, and it's what he was going through was tragic. And we wanted to bring some type of light to his life for that day. So what we did at Texas Iron, which is the gym that we work out at, and that place is fantastic, great people, huge shout out to those guys, Tyler over there. We talked with him and said, man, we have this guy, he's going through these things. What can we do here as a benefit for Jesse and his family? So we put on this big event that was fantastic, man. We had fire truck pull, dummy drags, Viking press, and it was kind of like the firefighters versus civilians almost. We called it the heroes versus civilians, and it was called the Inferno. That's the event. Man, it was a huge hit. I think we had over 35 competitors, big audience was out there. We actually had Life Flight fly in and land a helicopter just for the show aspect, because people don't get to see a helicopter land all the time like that. They hung out. People were taking pictures of those guys, sold shirts, sold merch. It was really, really good, man. So all the money that we raised from that, we gave to Jesse.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. And so we're going to do it again this year. We're going to keep that event rolling. I don't know why, man. It's just, I felt compelled, I've got another guy down here, Chief Cortell. His wife just got diagnosed with cancer as well, stage 4 colon. So now we're trying to figure out what we can do for her, because that guy is fantastic. Shout out to Chief Cortell. He owns Guardian Ranch. And he is the mental side of it. If firefighters or first responders are struggling mentally with whatever it may be, that's your guy. He'll set you up in a camp. They do it all. He's fantastic. So when I heard about his wife, it's like, man, why this family? You know what I mean? Because family, I don't want that to happen to anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, these dudes are great. So we're figuring out something to do for them as well. My biggest thing of 48 Straight, it's, of course, it's a business. We want to make money. We want to succeed. You do all that. But we want to give back to first responders, the community, in any way we can, because everyone has their struggles, even if they're not talking about them. Everyone's got some type of struggle. So whatever we can do to help promote, motivate, get people on the right path, we're going to do it. We will be.
I love it. I love it. Count me in for if you have any raffles going on. I'd love to donate whatever I can. I'd love to be able to contribute to that, because especially for Jesse, the dude's awesome. Yeah. And even for your Chiefs that's going on, please let me know, and I'd love to help anywhere I can, because like you said, we're all in it for each other and try to help out when people are down. So let me know. I'd love to help out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you know, since you're so next to Porter, Joe Johnson?
Yeah, LT.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because everyone I start meeting, it all seems to be coming back to Joe. I love Joe. He's an awesome dude. And I just had to make sure that you guys knew each other as well, because that guy is full of life. And he's really good friends with Jesse. And he did that, set up that big training conference
at Dadgum
for them with Dadgum. Yeah.
He was a big part of me setting up with Jesse. He was Porter actually brought out a pumper for people to pull. So
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it was great, man. That was really good. That went almost same time as the Dadgum conference. It was
Okay.
like 2 weeks later, I think. It was pretty close.
That is so cool, man. I love it. Giving it back. I think it's awesome. I'm looking at your website here. I see the picture of Jesse on here. I think it's so cool what you're doing right there. If you see it there, right? Jesse, you got yourself.
Yeah.
You got his kids there. Who's the other guys with staying with you?
His brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah. His whole family came out, man. It was great. His wife, his family, they were all there.
Fantastic. Yeah. So the air life here you're talking about with a helicopter landing, you guys are doing great things for a lot of people, and you have such an awesome product, and your whole line, your website's really good and easy to use. Your supplements, dude. I love the artwork for this.
Yeah.
I like how it's aggressive. I tried your low stem. So now I bumped it up and I got the higher one because I need to get more of an edge to myself. So I bought the higher formula for myself.
Yeah. And
So I'm excited to try that.
you'll have to try our next one. It'll be here probably in 2 or 3 weeks. I've got another high stem, like what you have on this the screen right there is the Ignite, the low stem. But I've got another high stem coming out that we added in lion's mane. We bumped up the beta alanine and the L-citrulline. And I'm telling you, man, like I'm a low stem guy. Like the Ignite is my favorite. But the new high rise we have coming, oh buddy, man, the focus is unbelievable.
Does it give you? So I never use the high stem because I don't like to get all those tingling sensations and and getting nervous and kind of that jittery thing. Do you get that from the high stem? That's why I normally go with the low.
Yeah, no, you do not, because we don't have niacin. Niacin is what's going to give you how like your skin feels like it's on fire and itchy and stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have niacin in there. Now we have beta alanine. Now that can give some folks that feeling if they're pretty sensitive to it, but no, man, you shouldn't. Now for the high rise, if people are brand new to training, brand new to supplements or whatever, I always suggest to eat like a banana or something like that before you take the high rise, just to have some good carbs in your body.
So there's your ingredient list right there.
Yeah, man, I wish I could screen share my new one, because it's like this one's really, really good. Like you see, our beta alanine is sitting at 5, and that stays the same. But our L-citrulline goes to 4,000 milligrams. And then we added lion's mane, which is a mushroom extract, again, a natural ingredient. And that's where you're going to get your focus. And that, man, it sounds ridiculous, but it works. I was kind of skeptical on it, but it blew me away.
And what's the BCAAs?
So this is a branched chain amino acid, right? BCAA, that's the base molecule of protein.
Click on the Rocket Pop here.
Yeah, Rocket Pop is legit, dude. That stuff is good, man. I'll tell you right now, our flavor profile, it's tough to beat, dude. Like our guys, my team that develops these flavors, I don't know how they do it, but it's incredible. And you can see from our panel, man, it's fully jacked up, dude. It's got watermelon juice and coconut water. Those are the 2 ingredients that really aid in your hydration. Your nootropics for cognitive function, they are completely loaded what we need to stay hydrated. The BCAA compound's real high. Now, there's always confusion with BCAAs versus salts. This is not a salt product. So, because I get compared to other salts, and that's comparing apples to oranges. You can't do that. If you're going to compare BCAAs with my BCAAs and somebody else, let's talk. But the best way I describe my BCAAs is I use it as a preventative. That's what I've been drinking while we've been on the show, right? I drink probably 3 bottles of it a day, and I do not cramp. You feel fantastic. It does provide some energy. There's a small caffeine dose because that green tea in there, but not enough to get you jacked up or anything. The BCAAs are just they're absolutely fantastic, man. The biggest thing I get from people is that they don't cramp. It doesn't hurt your stomach. The hydration aspect of it is gigantic because of our ingredients. So us,
Yeah, the hydration key. I love you got the coconut water and watermelon juice. That definitely helps with hydration for
it's
sure.
huge, man. Like, and whenever you make all of our products, except for the greens, they're clear. There's sometimes a light hue to it just because of the ingredient panel, but there's no red dyes. That's what I'm saying. There's no artificial shit in there. And again, those are things I wasn't going to waver from. Like I want whenever you make it, it's clear and it's ready to go, so you know it's good stuff.
And so now tell me about the Cutter's Edge, the fat burner.
So we're out of stock on those right now, but I'm bringing that back. I hope to have that back in about 5 weeks. I will be very transparent. I thought this was a load of shit. My team was like, man, you need a fat burner, you need pills in there. And what did I just say a minute ago? I'm not a pill guy because it travels to your liver twice. So I'm not going to push something that I don't believe in just to make a profit margin. I'm not that dude. That being said, when they showed me this panel, the ingredient panel that they made, man, I was pretty sold. I tried a full bottle, and again, I marched my whole journey with it. I didn't change anything. I introduced this supplement into my daily regimen for 45 days, and I lost 4% body fat and gained 2 pounds of muscle, lean muscle.
Dang,
I lost 8 pounds. Zero jitters. I felt fantastic. It's a real strong. Man, I just lost my train of thought here. It will make you sweat. I can't think of the word I'm trying to say here.
Diaphoretic?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It'll make you sweat like you have never sweat before.
Okay.
But it is a huge request to bring back. We sold out of those pretty fast. And I did that as a test. I just wasn't.
Could you take that with the pre-workouts? Are you gonna go? Are you be okay if you take that in the pre-workout? Okay,
that's a great question because a lot of people asked if they could take this with ADHD meds, blood pressure medication. So all of everything that you're looking on the website goes through a 9-party test. So that's why it's FDA, good company, and we're working on the NSF. When it's a 9-party testing panel, it's literally getting tested by 9 different organizations. So whenever we say what's in there, that is what's in there, and it's that pure. So it's safe to take with whatever. Disclaimer, take at your own risk, right? Some people, the pre-workouts, I really kind of stress the take at your own risk deal. See, you're on this page right here is good. These are my old labels. So you can see how we've progressed with our layout. With this, now the far left corner is our new labels. We've made some pretty big steps, man. But the pre-workout, I always really give a warning to because some people are just sensitive to so you know what I mean. It is what it is.
Yeah. I've been using your creatine and I've been using your low stem, and I love both of them. They're fantastic. What I noticed with the low stem is like at first I'm kind of not feeling it yet. Like I might be struggling the first, like maybe not struggling, but not getting that energy boost for the first maybe 20 minutes of my workout. And all of a sudden, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes in, I'm like, oh, now I'm like, I don't get jittery, but I'm feeling that extra little boost of energy that I'm getting more reps in. And I don't find myself crashing afterwards.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, dude, it's great. I really do like the product, and that's why I want you on here because we talked about it earlier. Like I'm not going to promote shit.
Yeah.
And you guys have good quality product. You put a lot of thought into it, and I love using it. It's the only pre-workout I use right now.
Nice.
And I like it because it's not giving me jitters. I like it that I'm not crashing. And when I'm in like 30 minutes into my workout, I'm actually being able to get. I've noticed all of a sudden, boom, it's either the music I'm listening to or it's your pre-workout. I think it's the combination of the two. And it's giving me that extra boost where I know I can get some good reps in.
That's a good tip right there. I take my pre-workout about 15 minutes before I'm at the gym. And I get asked this a lot. I take the Ignite even when I'm doing gear drills because it's not going to elevate your heart rate. It really monitors it very, very well. So you're not going to freak out on any of the pre-workout. I mean, I did a gear workout yesterday, and I actually was on the high rise, and I was Oh, I mean, it was a stupid hard knock Sunday workout that just gives you a humble pie. I love Marcos. Um,
Yeah,
God dang, man.
that dude's legit.
But I'm glad you brought that up because I take the pre-workout really no matter what I'm doing. And I've also taken the high rise at the station and then got called out for a structure fire, and I'm fine. Then you're working harder than everybody else for sure.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
So, and though both pre-workouts have watermelon juice and coconut water in there, so you don't dehydrate from that
I
caffeine
love it.
little dump, you know?
Now, there's been some topics I saw recently, and I didn't dive into them because it was some heavy reading, but there are some things on there about creatine.
Yep.
And so some people are saying yep, and other people are saying no.
So
what is your look on it?
There's two different creatines. There's creatine monohydrate. Creatine is what we used to take probably even when we were in high school.
Yeah.
What we do, you blew up, right? Because it
Yeah.
holds water. It's a water retention. So creatine monohydrate does not do that. And that's what you're wanting to take. And this isn't a pitch for my creatine monohydrate. You can't church it up. It's creatine monohydrate. It is what it is. But that is the most researched supplement on the market right now. I don't know why it's taking the world by storm because it's been around forever. But
it has. I remember taking creatine, man, when I was like 13 years old, all the way up to being 20. And yeah, it made me blow the fuck up. And I looked so swole.
As soon as you got off
I retained all this water.
So
yeah.
But the monohydrate is what you want. It opens up your muscles and allows for the hydrate for the water and for the O2 to get in there for the repair and the growth. Also, it's proven for cognitive functions, dietary issues. It can lower your cholesterol. So there's fantastic studies on it that are great. My 13-year-old takes it, and all you need is 5 grams a day. And people will freak out when you start saying kids and supplements. It's perfectly fine. He takes the greens, BCAAs, and the creatine, and he's rocking and rolling.
Now I saw on your site here, you have a lot of stuff sold out. Are you getting more stock in, and what you doing there?
Man, I tell you what, like I said, it's ever evolving. The peaches and cream BCAAs they'll be back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
The Rocket Pop will probably be back in 5. The watermelon BCA will be back in probably 3 weeks. It's just, we got hit so hard. It was hard to keep up, man. What people don't understand is that the amount of testing that we do with our stuff, it takes a little time. That's also on us though. As soon as we start seeing product fly, we try to get on there so we can start ordering again. But it takes time, man. And we got hit hard after FDIC. I just hired a marketing company. I don't know if you've seen our ads just running and running and running. I hope you.
Yeah.
We hired a marketing company, dropped a lot of money on that. So that's bringing in brand new business. So short answer is yes. It's all coming back. Bear with me on some things, but it'll be back, man. Within the month, we're going to be really, really loaded up on product. So
love it. And you have memberships as well.
Yeah, you can do subscriptions, right? It takes, you save money, especially on the creatine, the green. The creatine is a 60-day supply. And so people will do a 2-month supply on that, or on the greens and the pre and the BCAAs, because those are 30 days. So if you want to re-up with your stuff every 25 days, so you never run out, you're good to go and you save some money.
Gotcha. Awesome, dude. You put a lot of thought in this, man. Now, you have other people that are working with you as well. So who are those people? You can give a shout out to those.
Well, Brad, right? You know Brad, you get him. He's been a user of 48 since day one. I've never had a partner. I've never borrowed money. I've never taken a loan out. I've never done anything. I don't want that umbrella over my head. I don't. I didn't want to do any of that. And Brad has been chomping at the bit, man, to join the team and be a part of it. And I kept telling him, like, as if he invests into 48 straight, now I'm responsible for his family. That's my view. And if I fail, I fail his son. He's got a 10-year-old son. We're all best friends. And it's like, it's very hard for me, but he talked me into it. He bought into the company 2 years ago, and that's been a godsend, man. He's been fantastic. He's a social media guy.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I hate social media, man, because it changes every 5 minutes, you know?
Yeah, it does.
Brad is fantastic. He has been an absolute blessing to actually be a partner into 48. He bought in and he's got some stake in the game. So it's fantastic.
Awesome.
And then my manufacturing team, Master Blends, they're amazing. I've got another one in Lubbock, Ray. You have to have your people, man. Just like building your crew at the firehouse, you have to have people stronger than you in certain areas. If your ego is too big to say, man, I can do it all, you're going to fail. So Brad's better than me at social media. Boom. I don't even look at it, man. He does it all. Me, this is what I do. I interact, do the podcast. I go outside, I sell, I talk, and here we are, you know, because this is 48 is me, and I built it because of what happened to me. So you got to have a strong team, man. And again, man, I'm blessed with it. And my wife, she's like, you know, I got home tonight at 6:00 from shift. I had overtime. Say, hey, give me a little while. I got a podcast. She's like, all right. Like, she supports it. She knows my mission and she knows what we're striving to achieve. So you have to.
I love it. You have to have that team, dude. Absolutely. You got to have that support group.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, especially having your wife back you. I said, I did one. I begged my wife to come on the show, and, you know, and it's the same thing. Like, I wouldn't be able to talk to you right now if she wasn't supporting it and knowing all my crazy things that I want to do and get all these people on and promote other people and promote this show. You got to have your loved ones behind you, or it's just not going to work. And it's great that you got that super team right behind you, helping you all along the way, man. It's proving that it's working. I mean, you're delivering great product, and the fact, again, it's a firefighter owned company, and you're making this product to help us be better on the job and keep us going and make sure we're staying in shape and getting our sleep and getting rejuvenated, dude. I love it. Great stuff.
I'm trying. Do me a favor though. Go back to my website. You didn't pull up one thing. I was very excited to talk about it.
Okay.
You got it, man. You ordered it.
Okay. Let's get to, that's right. The new product, right?
That's it, dude.
All right. Let's see here. The protein.
That is it, man. So this, no lie, has been a work in progress for probably 4 years. You know, shout out to him. I hope he listens to your show. Captain Craig from South Big Army Fire. Do you know him? He's train or die.
Devin?
Train or die.
Devin Craig? Yeah. I don't think we've actually ever met, but I definitely know who he is.
Oh, he's a huge jerk. But man, I love him, man. He has been blowing me up for protein for forever. It has been a very long time coming, and we just released it yesterday. So
I literally just bought it yesterday too. As soon as you promoted, I'm like, oh man, I need some protein. I'm on it.
Your box is sitting right next to me.
I'm excited for it.
The biggest thing I want people to understand why I did this and why we did this protein is it's all natural. Everything. There's nothing artificial. You can look at the bottom of the ingredients. It's 5 ingredients. You cannot find a protein powder that has 5 ingredients. Usually it's jam-packed with nonsense, but it's whey isolate protein, which is fantastic. Cocoa powder, and I'll tell you something here in a second. The guar gum, a lot of people don't know what that is, but that will actually has the ability to reduce your cholesterol and your glucose. So that's a huge benefit. Sodium chloride, right, for hydration, and then stevia extract for just a little bit of sweetener. But again, that's a plant, so it's all natural.
Yeah.
25 grams of protein, 120 calories, no carb, very limited carb, I'll say, and no sugar. And I'm telling you right now, dude, the cocoa powder is derived from, I can never say it right, so people will blast me, but Ghirardelli chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
That's what's in it.
Really?
Yes, dude.
Dude, that's awesome.
The flavor is, oh, man, it's unbelievable. You can make it with water. It's fantastic. I make it with the Fairlife protein milk, and it tastes just like a melted Rocky Road ice cream.
I can't wait to try this. It sounds so delicious.
Bro, it's so good, man.
And look, it's firefighter friendly. The instructions are really easy. You even have pictures. Scoop, shake, and drink. And you got a firefighter drinking it. Man, it couldn't get easier than that,
That's
right?
right. That label's sick too. When you see it in person, like, cause like a lot of the stuff on there is raised. That label pops.
Oh, I like it. Now, who did your label?
His name is James. Graphic Labs. The guy, I don't know how he does it, man. Brad is also the brains behind the labels as well. I am not creative. I wear gray and black all the time. So, um, dude, we'll give James, or Brad will give James he'll toss out an idea, and then he comes up with this stuff. It's
I love it.
yeah, it's crazy, dude. I think the label looks really, really good.
It looks sharp, dude. It absolutely does. I love that it says made in Texas here. Texas proud.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. I do. I can just tell by the background from these guys here. I love the train and repeat and rescue, and it's a really sharp logo and an image you got on here.
Well, that's
and
our motto, right? Train, rescue, recover, repeat.
yeah,
And he threw that in there. He did all that just on his own. But I only ordered 150 of these because I wanted a test run. I wanted to see how
Gotcha.
this was going to go. And by the looks of it, they'll be gone probably in 3 weeks. I've already got 4 more sample flavors coming to me next week to reorder. But the beauty of the protein, I can get it pretty quick. I'll have it back. I'll have it real fast. So I don't really ever want to be out of stock on it. But yeah, shameless plug. I wanted to throw that out there because
absolutely, my man.
Yeah,
by all means,
I'm super happy with that product, and I'm happy with all of them. But man, that protein is God, dude.
I'm excited to try it. I drink protein almost every day. Well, yeah, every day I actually do. I do it at work. If I need a quick little thing in the morning, afternoon, and I make my shakes at home with protein. So I'm excited to try it out. Chocolate's my favorite flavor, so that's usually what I make with my shakes. I use a chocolate protein. So my wife buys whatever she buys, and so I'm excited to try this out and give you some good feedback on it. I know I'm going to love it, so it's fantastic.
I want all that feedback from everything, no one hurts my feelings with this stuff. If you don't like it, just tell me you don't like it, and I'll see what I can do to adjust it, because I just want everyone to be happy and get what they want out of it. So it's constructive criticism. I can take it.
I love it, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try some more of the other products as well. Man, John, you did a fantastic job with what you got going on here. You're a fantastic person. Wow. I love what you're giving out. I love your message. I'm so happy that we can connect and get this going. And you just keep doing you, man. And you're gonna be fantastic. You're already doing amazing things, and I'm proud of you. And I'm happy for all your success. And hopefully, we can see each other in person again real soon.
I hope so.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. It was an honor, dude. I thoroughly enjoy getting on here and doing these things, man. They're just a lot of fun. So it's just like the kitchen table of the firehouse.
Exactly. That's why people always get nervous, like, oh, I don't know what to say. I'm like, dude, we're just literally 2 firefighters having a conversation, or just 2 people having a conversation. So it doesn't matter. It's just, we got a screen in between us, but literally it's like you sitting in my office and we're just shooting the shit. So it's been a lot of fun, man. And I hope we get to do it again. I feel like we can have another almost hour and a half conversation about other shit too. So I'll have to have you on again, dude.
Yeah, please, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, John. John, the owner, the president of 48 Straight. Make sure you're checking them out. They're on Instagram, Facebook. They have a great website that we showed the shit out of. So make sure you're looking at that. Their products are really, really, really good. John has put a lot of thought into this because of his own personal experience of dealing with bad product. He doesn't want us to go through that. So he has definitely made it better for us to be able to recover, to be able to get workouts in, and be able to be our top performing selves in the fire service. John, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you being on the show. Is there going to be any place you're going to be at where you might be handing out samples, or going to be going to fire conferences or anything else that people can find you at?
I will be in October 3rd through the 5th in Reno for Fire Show West Conference.
Okay.
We'll be there. I'll be in Dallas next month for the fire games. And then, of course, we'll be back at FDIC.
Nice.
There's another one that I'm missing. We're trying to get everywhere, man. I'm going. I've got a big event coming up in November, but it's a personal deal. It's not 48 Straight related, but I'll be down there. I'll still be doing some of the stuff. Man, what else? Yeah, we're trying to get all over, man. I I will go anywhere where we can. I've got some stuff going to Alabama. Yeah, with James Cook for the rural fire tactics. We're sending him a bunch of stuff, a bunch of BCAs out there for all the participants. We just sent out a bunch of stuff for the Lawless Brothers. They have a class coming up. So if you have classes coming up and you want to try our stuff, man, hit me up. I'll send as many samples as I can just to get it out there and see what we can do.
Well, I'll give you a shout out to the Old South Fools. They got a conference coming up in October, and it's going to have some hot tracks. So hit them up, and Jacob there from Old South Fools.
You know what?
He's been making his rounds.
They hit me up today.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, October 5th to the 9th or something like that.
October 9th through the 11th.
9th, yeah. I can't. No, I can't go. Yeah, I won't be there, but we're sending gear.
Love it.
Yeah. Like I'm not
cool. I see.
If people have something going on, hit me up, dude. I
love it, dude. But that's great, man. See, this is what it's all about. People, like, it just happens, and I love to see it, man. I love seeing like good, solid people get together and help out each other's mission. So this is what it's about, man. Is networking and connecting and helping each other out, and not really expecting anything in return other than just everyone being safe and providing good products and being good people. So I love it, man. So cool. All right, man. Well, thank you so much, John. 48 straight. Please look them up. He ain't going to steer you wrong.
Nope.
So thank you so much, John, for being on the show. You all stay safe. Take care. Nozzle top.
Later, man.